Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive on, well, what is it, Monday? It's Monday, you guys. I should know that. It's March 20th. I was going to say Wednesday, March 20th, but it's definitely a Monday, you guys. And it is a busy Monday, if that. So, wow, we've got a bunch of people here already. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Debbie Gass. Hi, Jennifer Jones. Oh, I don't know if I know who Ivy Holt 58 is, but hello to you too. Hi, Betty Pyle. Oh, we made it here. I have no idea if I'm going to be working or not, but we're going to find out here momentarily because last two times I went live it worked with no buffering, and we're going to see if it holds true to today. Hi Linda Hunt, hi Sherry Everett, hi Judy Sharp. Whew, you guys, it's Monday and it has been I feel like I blinked and the weekend happened, and here comes Tigger. He's making a sighting, you guys. I have him in here with me. Here he comes. Watch this. There he goes. Yep. Nothing to see here. He's like, Mom, move the stuff so I can get over to the other side, please. Oh, jump, jump, jump. There he goes. Okay. Hi, Sharon Land. Hi, Karen Karstay. Karen, you were a big winner yesterday. I don't know, not yesterday, but from Saturday. I don't know if you saw your messages from me, but I did Facebook message you. Hi, Sharon Rush. Hi, Nicole Herrick. Hi, Donna Simmer. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks and Judy Sharp. Oh my gosh, it is the first day of spring today. Yay to that. So Karen, I messaged you. It says that you opened it up and that you saw it. So just let me know. You won a $10 shopping spree. Lucky you. One of the attendance prize drawing winners. Yay. So you guys, it has been a good blur. He's over there. You guys can see he's in the window. There he is. His whale is tagging there. You can kind of see that. Okay. So I'm going to try to keep my eye on Tigger, and hopefully we have no buffering. I haven't seen it buffer yet, so that's good. Hi, Cynthia Mann and Donna Toller. Hi, Dawn Fay and Cindy Runtree. You guys, we had a really busy weekend, like a normal, it seems, but more busy, I think, than normal. We had what we call a small business showcase. I did a live video, 2 of them. You guys, the internet needed to be restarted. The router needed to be restarted. And thank goodness Angela Knutson, she wasn't working at the time, but she took my call or my message, and she came in and found a way to get in to reset the router because we were at the Eagles Club in Fond du Lac. And once she reset the router, the internet was working and I could finish and do a second video. So you guys, there are 2 videos showing what we did on Saturday. I think we had about 16 or 17 vendors. Hi, Jeannie Parker. So far, so good for me too. Hi, Randy. Hi, Carmen Sanders. We had about 17 vendors. I co-host this event with Rachel Wild. Somebody I've known, I got a little fruit fly, you guys. My hibiscus plant, it transfers and it comes in here, I think. I have known Rachel since 2008. Still thinking on so many good things. Okay, you let me know once you know. I've known Rachel since 2008, and we started doing this event back maybe 5 years ago. And we do 2 a year. One is always in later March, and then the other one is usually has always been the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we coordinate all these vendors to come together and then do a used stamp sale in conjunction. And I was on Friday designing the game night cards. And prepping for the event. And I know there are people that have emailed me. Here he comes again, you guys. Here's his tail. I don't know if you saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay. He's like a little shark going around in circles, you guys. Hi, Marcia Boucher. You're not late at all. You're all good. Hi, Francis Rodriguez. There he is behind me. Yay. It's been a long week, you guys, getting ready for the event. And I know at one point I felt like I was caught up on emails, but I've had a couple people reach out to me and say, hey, did you get my email? I'm like, yep, I did. And yesterday, you guys, I stayed off of my email all day. I might have seen things, but I didn't do anything. I was completely fried. And Tyler and I took some time for ourselves, which we hadn't done all week. So we made breakfast. And then we went to a little winery yesterday afternoon that is in... maybe, why are you going after the paper towel? Kitten. Oh, you want water. Okay, hang on. We'll let that drip just a little bit, free boy. Just for a moment, okay? All right. Okay, we're going to turn that off in a minute. So, he just likes to drink from the faucet. And play in the water like a little puddler. Hi, RN. We went to a little winery, and then we stopped at my parents, and we spent a few hours hanging out with my parents and catching up with them. And then we got home and we had a fire, you guys. And so I really didn't look at email. I didn't answer calls. I did me yesterday, and I needed that. Hi, Bonnie Kevin. Yes, Tigger is an adorable little kitten. We are very lucky. See there, he's drinking. So it was, so you guys just be patient. We got a lot of irons in the fire here. I was telling Susan warmly, I wish I had 3 of me, and I wish they all knew what I was thinking, so that I could be like, one person's over there doing something, one person's over here, and one person's upstairs. Don't we all wish we had like little mini-me's that knew exactly what we were thinking and that would help us out? It doesn't work that way though, right? So we just manage and we make do. And so I need about 3 hours, I think, to set up my computer now, because it has been a few days, and I'll get back to everybody. Same with text messages and phone calls and emails, you guys, or Facebook private messages, and then the business messages. So, but you guys, we have the Scenic Garden card class today. We're going to put stamps together too. In case you guys are new to stamping and you've never really put stamps together, I'm going to do that for you today, because I have a stamp set here that I think is actually going to be Angela Knutson's, and it's here to put together. So I was going to show that to you. And we have a watercoloring class today, aqua painting, something like that, aqua painters. They're actually called water painters. So we definitely are using that for these cards to make them very soft and delicate. If you are not a watercolor, then it's okay. You could probably use colored pencils. You could use blends. You could do something else, crayons if you want to. But I'm going to show you, I don't do a lot of watercoloring. I was going back to putting the stamps together, you guys. Kelly and I used to do Tip Tuesday and Technique Thursday. We did it religiously probably for 2020, 2021, 22, 3 years. I'd have to say 3 years. And with the start of the new year, we kind of both talked that she's got too much on her plate at home to keep up with the Technique Thursdays. And with doing sometimes the 2 to 3 unique classes a week, you guys, it was a lot to keep up with the technique or the Tip Tuesdays. And I have often people telling me that when I'm doing a class, I give a lot of tips. And so I've kind of gone by the wayside too with the Tip Tuesday. But you guys, we have 3 years worth of Technique Thursdays and Tip Tuesdays in YouTube and in Facebook videos. Oh, kitten, you got me wet. Dirty, we'll pause here. Let's turn that off. He just splashed and I got wet. I felt it in the back of my ear. So if you guys are ever looking for like how to refresh your sale-a-pen, or how to make a bow, or how to use vellum, or just whatever it is, they're out there. There's 3 years worth of videos. So twice in one day, you guys. So Dawn just said that. Today, two classes today for you guys. And then we have By the Bay on Wednesday. And then I have monthly and By the Bay on Saturday. I have craft roulette for you guys on Friday night. And Diana's in here with a group doing the Let's Just Stamp. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things this week. Unique things. So don't forget about Mystery Card Night tonight, you guys. I'll be live at 6. So as soon as we finish this class here, and then between that and 6, emails, and we're kitting up tomorrow, you guys. We're kitting up, just to show you what we got going on. We are kitting up this frame tomorrow. So in case anybody still would like to sign up for the honeybee sampler, we have this class is on April 3rd, I think. All right, so that one, if you want to get signed up, reach out to me. I still have plenty of space at that one. We're kitting up this class tomorrow, which is the gnomes class. This one is free with a either $30 or $45 order, depending if you're porch pickup or mailing. And this is that bookmark card. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. I saw Wendy Lee did a card just like this, and so I cased it but used it for the gnome. So that's a bookmark. There's another bookmark in here too. And that one is super cute. If you don't have the gnomes, you guys can get creative and use something else. And they're all different folds, like that one. And then this one. So again, this is getting kitted up tomorrow. I still have space at this one. I also have, he's going to be walking over there. I'm going to put these over here. Oh man, I'm missing one of these cards. It's probably, let me see if I can find it. But we're kitting up this class tomorrow as well. And there's one more card. Tagar. Maybe not. I must have left it upstairs. So there's one more card. It's that flying seagull card. So you guys, this one we're kitting up these. This is a Stamp-A-Stack. I think that I still have a handful left of this class in case anybody is still interested in this one. All 5 are fun folds. Again, the other one is a flying seagull card. It looks like, in case you're wondering, a flying seagull card was done by Susan Campfield, and it looks like this, and goes, caw, right? Sorry, that's my imitation of a seagull. So that is, for this one too, there's a flying seagull card. Kitting those up tomorrow. And if you're wondering, you guys, this is my to-do list for today. I got one thing done so far. The rest is like quasi-started but not finished. Oh, I got 2 things. I got the tag pieces for Anna right before class. Oh, and we got class at 1. Look at that. 3 things crossed off. Love it. Okay. So I worked on Friday on game night, you guys. And so game night features the Greatest Journey stamp set. And there's 4 cards, and it operates like an ink, paper, scissors, where you're going to get a goodie bag with paper and something else. 2 things usually. Usually it's ribbon and embellishments, but I'm going to be doing something different for this class because I couldn't really incorporate ribbon into this. Hi, Vonda, Sia. Hi, Ethel King. Hi, Deb Norman. 48 watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. Hi, Judy Immel. Hi, Mary Schreiber. Busy, yes. Yeah, so Debbie guessed. I put a sentiment sticker on upside down. Didn't find it out till I stamped it. Well, I was having that same problem with my designing today, and live chat. Hang on, there it is. I accidentally glued this upside down, and so it's double thick here. There's 2 pieces of white because I stamped my moon and my stars, and I glued them on this way. And then I put the correct ones just over the top. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to rip them off. I'm just gluing them over the top, and I made it thick. So game night is going to be, it's April 7th, I think. It's the first Thursday. Oh, it's April 6th. So online version game night, lucky hand is the 5th. And it's 4 cards with a goodie bag. And then there's gonna be prize packages that can be won. So this is one of the cards that you're gonna make. And I got some trees hanging out there as well. And so you'll get all the die cut pieces. And so I stamped a sentiment right here. So Deb Norman, you were wondering what these were gonna look like. So you just need a sentiment. We got some clouds, so that's one. This one is a Tyler inspired card. You know, Mary Lemke's recipe card from last week, right? So she gave us that recipe. You guys still have until Wednesday night to submit those cards, but I tweaked it a little bit. I put it on a mint macaron mat, and then I matted with the black. And I did not put the tent in. I put the trees in the bottom. So if you don't have the trees, you're gonna have to figure out something, because you'll get a piece of white paper, and you could use Lovely as a tree, or you could use Rooted in Nature. You could use some other trees. None of these are embellished, you guys. So Nicole likes my imitation of the seagull. I love it. You'll have kitten. None of these are embellished. I have not figured out the embellishments yet. So just, these are just raw, like finished cards without embellishments. And again, it's really weird, but we might not do ribbon in this class. Okay, so those are 2. In the inside, it has wishing you joy in the next adventure again, but you guys could stamp whatever you wanted. You'll get these die cut pieces. Tammy's going to be working on them. This is my favorite one. Tyler just went ape over it. He loves it so much. And so look at that one, you guys. It's my camping card now. So there's 4 different main die things. So one is a runner, one is a hiker, one is a camping tent inspired, right? So we're underneath the stars looking up at the northern lights, and it's a fun fold. So you guys, all of these so far are fun folds, right? We love our fun folds. All right, so it says you belong among the stars. And if you're at home, you could always add another piece of white paper, or you could write and sign your name on this piece. That's why I made that white. So this is my favorite one out of the 4 so far. Now, the other one's not quite done. I'm still looking for a little baby sentiment because Tyler helped me with this. So the biker is the last one of this die cutting. So there's the runner, the hiker, the camping tent, and then there's the biker, mountain climber, mountain biker. And so Tyler told me I should stamp a sentiment on the cloud and then put the cloud in the sky. And then this also is a fun fold, and it opens up like that. So he's like, kitten. He's going to go down the hill and then go down the hill that way. And again, I'm working on the embellishments. So, yeah. What are you playing with, kitten? Hang on. Oh, you didn't. You little daddy. Oh, kitten. Oh, you guys. Those of you who have been in the hive know I have a little bookcase and it's full of little trinkets and treasures. And he has learned to climb and jump, and he can jump boom into it and play with things and he knocks them down. So, okay. So you guys, yes, once I get some embellishments, I got some stars I want to put up in the sky here. And this one says, wishing you joy in the next adventure. And then when you open it up, I've got clouds in the inside. All right. So, that's what I've got for game night, you guys. So now that I have them pretty much made, I still got to stamp the sentiment on this one. I'm going to photograph them and get Tigger's into something. He sure was. He definitely was. So now that I've got them designed, you guys, I'm going to photograph them and get these published. I think I have about 15 to 16 signed up already without seeing the cards. Now is the time if you want to, now you saw the cards. I know how some people are, they like to see them before they commit to a class, and that's completely fine. But now I got to figure out how many to prep for you guys. So let me know if you want to get signed up. That class is for mailing, $42. Porch pickup is, well, maybe it's $42 for porch pickup, and then it's, I got to look it up. So if you guys are ever wondering, this is a PDF printout of my class schedule, which you can find on my website. It's always in the newsletter. It's got to be really small, though, Debbie gassed. It's got to be small enough to fit on that cloud. And I don't remember how big that rhino one is. I'll have to look at it. If you're ever, this is on my it's the newsletters and files out on my website. Stampin' and Game Night. I think it's, I'll have to look that up because it's like an ink, paper, scissors in a sense, but we add on a little bit. So it's the same value of it as an ink, paper, scissors, but we include extra $5 for the prizes. So I'll have to look into it if I've got that pricing right on there. I can't, right now I can't think of if it's right or not. So Carmen, I can get you signed up. Before you send any money though or pay, you guys, just give me a second to double check it because I thought that, it is. Okay. Ink, paper, scissors is 30 and 37 mailed. And then this is 37 with porch pickup and 42. I think it's priced correctly. Let me just look at this one more time. So this class is 37, which makes sense because then I use $7 to buy prizes from each person's registration. So like in the past, I've been able to buy 5 bundles, and then we have at least, there's one winner, so 5 winners, and then it's $44 mailed. So I think something like that. So I don't know. We'll have to look to see if I might not have it consistent, but let me double check that. So I see Nicole and hi, Karen Wetstein. I see Karen and Carmen. I will add you. Yeah, Mary Carls. There was no purpose to put ribbon on any of those cards. And the only ribbon I really thought that could have worked was the twine. But you guys, we just used the twine in the Memories and More class, and the general feedback I got is that people aren't so excited about that twine, and it's fine to have one, but why would you want to have 2 of them maybe? So I was like, no twine, but I'm definitely going to find an embellishment and put that in the goodie bag with something else, and I have the other thing in my mind. So, all right, so Nicole and Carmen, I do have you guys signed up for the class. So I wanted to also call out you guys that I have 4, I think I have 4 more of the bee class left. In case you missed the Queen Bee stamp set, it's back in stock now. It came back late last week, or I think Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday last week. And I still have 4 of this class left. So if you're now like, oh, I can get the stamp set or the bundle, and now I want to do the class, I do have 4 left of the Queen Bee ink, paper, scissors. All right. You guys, my new host code is down here. You can always find the current host code on my website as well. And I'm gonna go pull that Rhino Ready set really quick. See once. Yeah, so Debbie, I like your idea, but I don't think it's going to fit because the stamp is going to be bigger than the cloud. Like Hello Friend would fit there, but like I'm looking for that's the perfect size for this cloud, but it's not really the verbiage I want. I'm looking for something more uplifting, encouraging, like follow your dreams. Oh, I didn't put those together yet. Follow your dreams, like get inspired, make the magic happen, that kind of thing. So, oh, Vonda wants to sign up for game night too. So you guys, Dawn Ablett too, I can get you signed up. You guys just hang tight. I want to make sure I tell you the right amounts for signing up. And we got Vonda here as well. Okay. I wanted to show this to you guys too. I've had this since last weekend. Judy Immel left this with me. So I don't know if you guys recall, back in December, I did a ink, paper, scissors featuring Joyful Flurry, and I only featured 4 of the ink colors. I did not use the Parakeet Party. And Judy she took on the task assignment of making a pretty Parakeet Party card for you so that you could see how pretty it looks with the snowflakes. Because I said to myself, and I think I said it during the live, that the Parakeet Party didn't inspire me very much, but a lot of you guys said, no, it would be a cool card. So Judy took it upon herself and had the task of making a Parakeet Party Joyful Flurry card for you guys. And she wanted me to share it with you so you could see how beautiful it turned out. So she was very happy with it, and it's gorgeous. And now she's like, I can have it to show you guys, but I got to give it back to her. So Judy, just so you know, this is here for you now. You can get it tomorrow night at class with Diane. How does that sound? It's in my little black box. In case we're wondering where I put it right here on the side, okay? All right, and just a reminder, you guys, this class is coming up on Thursday. So this is, if you're in Canada and you follow me and you want to do these cards, reach out to Rose Coleman. Rose just shared these on her live this morning too, and she is kitting up this class for those that are in Canada. And so this is coming up. I think I have plenty of spots yet, maybe a dozen or so for this class. And then you guys, next week, Thursday, is the ink, paper, scissors. I can't believe it already. Next week, Thursday is the 30th. And so we're doing ink, paper, scissors with Regency Park, you guys. And I think I have a dozen spots left in that class too. So there's plenty of space at my upcoming classes yet. There's not really any that are out per se. Scenic Garden even, you guys. I put it out there last week that I had 4 sets of these stamps left. And I would take the first 4 people that were interested. And I believe 2 of them were claimed. I need to get through my emails, and then I'll know for sure how many I have left. So if you're interested in the Scenic Garden card class that I do today, I might have 1 to 2 left. You get the stamp set with the class. So you basically get the stamp set, you get the 4 card kits, and you get 6 sheets of the designer series paper. And it's free with a $50 order using my current host code. So you get the stamp set with it. Hi, Hildenel. All right. So this is what we're going to work on. I'm going to do roll call here, though, really quick. So I'm very excited because Tigger is he has parked his butt in front of the window, and he's very calm and cool right now. Just sitting there relaxing, looking at birds. You guys, the Playing in the Rain bundle, I checked last night. It's back in stock. I also checked the framed florets. That bundle is back in stock as well. So I have about 3 people that were waiting, I know for sure, for framed florets. And I had 2 people waiting for Playing in the Rain that came back last week. So just so you know that you can get out and get that stuff ordered if you are looking for them, either of those or any of those, because Queen Bee came back last week. And then there were a couple more that came back too, Dainty Delight. So, all right, you guys, well, this is the ad hoc class that we're doing today. It was not in my figment of my imagination until I had the winner Creative Escape and Jennifer Merle Hampshire was here. So I thank you for looking that up for me, Deb. So on the event calendar, game night is 37, which is correct. The 42 is not correct, I think, because it's $6 for mailing. So 37 and it's $7 for mailing. And so my sheets here are right. So that's what I was like, I think something's not jiving right here. So I got to update that. My sheet here says 44, 37 and 44, which makes sense to me because the $7 is for shipping. 42 is not correct on my website. So Deb pointed that out. That's what I have, you guys. So just if you're listening, it should be 44. So for anybody who is long distance that needs the mail, like Carmen, Nicole, or Dawn, or Vonda, just know that 44 is the correct price, not 42. The extra card kit. So Donna Gruski is asking about the extra card kit. So I do give an option for game night that if you want an extra set of 4 cards, it would be $13. So you would get 4 extra card kits for $13. So you can't just get the card kits for $13. You have to first buy the class, the game night class, and then you could get an extra set of card kits for $13. And then I'd throw the extra one of each cards into your package. So good question, Donna. Hi, Feline Mays. All right, so thank you for pointing that out, Deb. I do need to get my website updated, and I think I need to correct the shipping part of it. But I'll worry about that later. All right, so you guys, the Scenic Garden class was the brainchild of Jennifer Merle Hampshire and myself. We were talking about the Scenic Garden stamp set and how it didn't really truly inspire either one of us. Not really. Game night is you just missed it, Feline. Go check your time here. We're at like 26 minutes. Go back to like minute 15 in the replay, and I'll go through. I went through all 4 of the cards and talked about game night in detail. It's April 6th though. And so Scenic Garden didn't really truly inspire me from a stamp set. So I thought, well, how is it going to inspire others? What did other people think of it? And the general consensus that people weren't so crazy about the stamp set, but I think people wanted it, but maybe not enough to spend $300 or get people together to host a workshop and have a $300 workshop to get the stamp set for free. So what we thought of is like, well, let's come up with a class that people can earn the stamp set with the 4 cards with an order after sale-a-bration. Yes, this was the first time that you could get this class for free with an order was March 1st. I specifically did that and ended it after sale-a-bration is because it was like an extension of sale-a-bration. So orders between March 1st and basically now, if you want to pick this class, you could get it for free, and it came with the stamp set. So it was like the stamp set was your sale-a-bration item. Here he comes, you guys. Hi, baby. He just thinks he can walk by and he owns the joint. So I had a lot of people ask me, well, can I put the order in February and get it? It's like, no, that wasn't the stipulation was orders starting March 1st, because you guys were already getting sale-a-bration items still with your things that you order, your orders that you got in February. So this was to help me boost my March, right? Because we come out of sale-a-bration and we're all comatose by sale-a-bration. So I appreciate everybody understanding that. And when I finally got said and done, I counted, I have 4 more stamp sets. And I believe over the weekend, I kind of spotted that a couple people were interested in it. So I feel like I still have 1 or 2 left. Hi, Millie Kindle. So I'm going to do roll call though. Yay. So everybody placed an order to get this class for free, or you could be on my team. So it was a little bit of a team perk for being on the Be Happy Stampers with me, that if you wanted to instead buy the card kits for me, then you could. And so it was one of those things that my team likes to order from themselves, I hope. And then they potentially got the stamp set when they put a $300 order in, or they did some workshop or collected orders and got a $300. So I gave my team the option of getting the class with payment only. Nobody else was able to. And then there were a couple people, you guys, that actually had workshops where they might not even had a workshop. They might have just put a $300 order in, and then they got the stamp set for their $300 order. I think there were 3 people that way. So those were the 3 conditions that you could do to get the class. So Suzanne Neild, Mary Lemke. So I'm going to do the order the people who placed orders. I will do the drawing for those people who did do the orders for the door prize later. All right, so Suzanne Neild, Mary Lemke, Karen Stagg, Carla Lake, Annette Rolland, Shirley Malarkey, Leslie McMinn, Sherry Martin, Nicole Herrick, Elaine Rebeck, Angela Knutson, Laura Sullivan, Beverly Smith, Carmen Sanders, Bonnie Kemen, Mary Carls, Judy Immel, Jeannie Parker, Oh, he found the card with the little rolly balls in it. Jeannie Parker, Latokia Trigg, Gail Kane, Francis Rodriguez, Jody Storman, Jill Butzine, Chris Duderenke, Diane Bogenhagen, Jean Terwilliger. You guys can see him. He's back there, like right there. And he found the card. Joanne McDonald, Stacy Burns, Lila Erickson, Joyce Cornick, who was at my door at 5 minutes to 1 and didn't realize it wasn't in person. So I said, sorry, Joyce had to go back home. Shirley Vanderblumen, Lori Kaiser, Pat Thomas, Feline Mays, Millie Kindle, Becky Gandolfo, Penny Powell, Sharon Rush, Susan Ray Hendricks, Sharon Land, Carolyn Ketchmark, Tammy Steckling, Dawn Linky, Debbie Gast, Sharon Peralez, Christina Heiser, Karen Woods, and Karen Wetstein. And then I don't remember off the top of my head, but there were 2 people over the weekend who already, I'm pretty sure there were 2 people who placed orders. I can't exactly remember who they are because I tried to stay out of it. But if you are one of those 2 people and you really want to say that you're here and that you were one of those gals, I'll call you out and put you on my list right away. But I didn't have a minute to do it beforehand. Yeah, he loves just walking all over stuff. He sure does. All right. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, says Linda Hunt. I'm going to have to go hide that card, you guys. I know a bunch of you are here, and what we're going to do first, there's 2 things we have to do first, you guys. One is we got to put stamps together, and the second is cutting our paper, okay? So let's go save my card from Tigger. You think you are the most adorable kitten. That's because you are. Mm-hmm. So this is the card he's obsessed with. I don't know if I deleted it yet, but I was going to delete the video where he found it on the counter. So Diane Bogenhagen made this as a swap card, and this is basically the card we're doing for ink, paper, scissors next month, minus I'm not putting the effervescent elements in, but he goes ham, and here, look at you. He just wants this card, and it's just, he goes crazy for it. Don't you, Tigger? So now I got to hide it because I'm afraid he's going to start chewing on it. But yeah, he thinks he can try to get in and get those little ball things, and little does he know that I'm going to hide this card here and we're going to put it down there. Okay, come on, Tigger. We got class to have now. So you're going to have to go over here, baby. Okay, so let's go through the stamps first. Hi, Diane Bogenhagen coming in late. Hi, Tammy Steckling. All right, so you guys, the first thing I do is I don't save this waxy kind of paper stuff on the back of my stamps. So I just peel that all off right away. So if you're new, hi Holly Poplo, if you're new to getting stamps from Stampin' Up and you're not quite sure what to do, I guess this is a good little tip here. Like, this is how I would put my stamps together in a fast kind of manner. I pull all these out. I have been known to accidentally throw one of these away. If it's a smaller stamp, I kind of don't always look over it good. So you just want to make sure you get all the stamps. Some people save this stuff because you can use it for popping up things. I personally don't save it, so I'm sure Angela will be fine. The other thing you guys want to do is make sure you check your stamps. We have found over the course of the last year or two, sometimes they are shifted and they're really close to the edge. So you have 90 days to get that resolved with Stampin' Up. Either call me or call Stampin' Up or call Ghostbusters. And not Ghostbusters, they won't really help you with it, but they will send you new ones. If they're like way off the edge, that's not how, they shouldn't be like that. And now he found another one, you guys, another card. So the other thing that I do is I stick these waxy papers off here on I do it at the same time. You guys, if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can do one at a time. I'm more of a efficient, like I like to just do the same thing at the same time so that it just makes the task go faster. So I pull all that off. And then what I'll do is put the stamps on like this. And I kind of hover over the top. Got that one. And then you want to make sure that they're the right way before you do it. I kind of line that up. And before I set it down, I try to make sure the other side is in order. And then I line this one up. So So you guys, we did have a good used stamp sale. We sold about $1,600 worth of used stamps, which is awesome. We probably had about maybe 15 different vendors that not vendors, customers, team, like demonstrators who were selling things. So that's how I put my stamps together. And now I put the sheet in here like that. And now I know if I'm missing a stamp because there's that. I do know that, oh, let me get the thing again. Some people like to save these and put this around them. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to do that. To me, then I got to try to sneak them into their little cavity or their little hole. This way, I can just pick that off. And we're going to put this on the E-block. The other thing, too, when the stick is so sticky, you got to be careful. You got to put your nail kind of underneath there. Tigger got into something, Judy. I'll put that one on this way. And we're going to pull this one off. Tigger should be taking an afternoon nap right now to Mary Carl's. He usually does, but something is got him going right now. All right. All right, Francis, you enjoy the time with your precious granddaughters. You give them all the love and attention you have right now. All right, so we got the stamps ready to go. Now we're going to have to cut paper. Hang on, though. Tigger. You gotta behave, boy. Where's your mouse? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right. Oh, you guys, we got so lucky the last time we had class. He went and just slept. All right. So now we're gonna cut some designer series paper. So you have your 4 card kits. So there's 4 different kits in your envelopes. Everything, like the embellishments and the ribbon, are already in your kits. But the paper is not. I gave everybody, instead of cutting the designer paper, this was free sale-a-bration paper. So I gave everybody one 6x6 sheet of each color. And that is because each sheet basically got used. So 2 cards took on, 2 cards had 2 DSPs each, I believe. And then 2 cards had 1. So this one, what we just got to do is we got to cut this down. And your call. Like, I like to work in 1/16 of an inch. But if you don't, this is 5 by 3 3/4. And you see a little bit more of the freesia. If you want to see less of the freesia, you could make it 5 1/16 by 3 13/16. Your call. I, for this class, will do the 3/4 just because I know some people have a hard time with the 16ths. Hi, Brenda Loveless, trying to multitask, doing laundry and listening. Awesome. All right, so you got to make sure your flowers are going the right way, like this. So we're going to cut this at 3 3/4. Oh, you guys, I don't know if it was a good idea to have Tigger in here. Tyler would be proud. That's I told Tyler that Tigger comes in here and he like wreaks a little havoc, and it makes Tyler so proud that Tigger's doing that. So 3 3/4 by 5. So he found a sign on the wall and he just pulled it down. So these are extra, you guys. I don't know if this is quite big enough. Oh, it is. Look at that. You guys, that would fit on the flap. Look at that. I love it. We're going to use that for the flap for this card. And what we really, this is extra. Oh man, could that go on the inside? You could, if you wanted, use that on the inside, right? That would fit right there if you want, but I'm not going to. So this is your olive one. So we're going to set this in this with this card so that it's ready. Now this one, I love this paper. Out of all the paper in the last bit, like 6 months, that piece, I just loved it. Like this one here. It was flowers coming up from one side and flowers coming from the other side. And now you guys get to pick. This is hard. It's another 5 by 3 3/4, but now this is vertical. Figure out where you want your flowers to go. Meaning, if you go here, you get pink and yellow. But if you cut from this side, you get that. You get that one. And both of those, for the most part, it's going to be close. Part of that one's going to get cut. Or, you know, you could shimmy some of this side off, and then you get more of that. Or you could cut the ends off and go for this. Now, this pattern right here must be the opposite side. So some of you are going to have the flowers that look like that. So, yeah, right? Mary Carl's just said, hey, Brenda, when you're done with yours, can you come do mine? And then when, Brenda, you're done with Mary's, I really need help, too. I did get the dishes done yesterday, but I don't know if I've done laundry for 3 weeks, so I would really love somebody to come do my laundry. Tyler and I were talking about it the other night. We're like, we hate doing laundry. We absolutely hate laundry. If that's one thing we could not have to do, but you need clean clothes, so I get it. We need to do laundry. So I'm going to cut it at 5. What am I going to do? I want to, what's on the back is the green. And it's going that way. I was thinking if I cut it here at 3 3/4, I've got enough to do another flap, but the flap is like the green going that way, which it could be. I think we'll just go with it. I'm going to cut 3 3/4 here, just like this, and cut off part of my yellow flower and live with it, which is fine because my butterfly is going to go there. And then this is by 5. And I'm making sure to cut off this part, not the greenery on the bottom. And now this is extra. This is the piece here. And we should find the envelope that has its starry night. So that can go here, and then we will use that for the envelope flap. So there, that's that one. That was not so crazy hard. Then we have this one. Now that uses 2 DSPs because it uses this pretty blue pattern. Love this one. And then there's this wreathy looking thing. And it came with 3 across, so you're gonna get 1.5. And then it came with this long skinny one, and so you each have a half of that. So what you're gonna need from this is the wreath. And I could have done by the magic of TV, and I wish I'd have a Vanna, but I don't. Tigger, come here and start cutting paper for me, please. No, Mom, I don't have opposable thumbs. I'm like, okay, Tigger. So what you guys, you could have done this ahead too, but what we need to do is just cut around. This was a really cool wreath. We used this a few times in class. We used it in the Let's Just Stamp, and we used it in, I believe, the sale-a-bration Hoorah class, maybe, question mark. And the other 2 times, we did not fussy cut. We cut it out straight, basically. But you can get as detailed as you want. He says Brenda Lovelace had 7 loads of laundry. I feel like, I don't know if I'd have 7. Oh, if I did all the bedding and the blankets, I probably would. But I definitely know I have 2 loads of clothes. And Tyler teases me about my underwear, you guys. I probably have enough underwear that I probably have 30 pair. You know, over the course of 15 years, I just keep wearing, I have the same underwear. Not to be personal, but I could go a whole month without doing laundry, and I have done that because basically, at my stage of the game, I have enough clothes that could last me a month without doing laundry. So, and probably because I don't like to do laundry, right? So I have enough clothes to last me a little while, or I just, if you don't get a shirt dirty or your pants dirty, you can wear them again the next day. I'm not like that. So, all right. That's what happens, you guys, when you get me fussy cutting something like that. I tell you all the personal stuff. So if you if you like the magic of TV, that's always a good thing. All right. So figure out how fussy you want to get with your cutting. And I think it's Brenda's fault because she brought up laundry. All right. So there's that. And now this is extra. To me, that's a scrap. I'm going to just get rid of that and probably leave that like that. You can use, you're going to have extra bits. If you want to figure out a way to use half that frame or use that as a background. Oh, Deb Norman has a load in the washing machine. Yeah, so our problem, Tyler and me, is we'll start the load of laundry and then we will forget it. And, all right, so now here's the thing with this, you guys. It's, again, 3 3/4 by 5. But if we cut this just right, we can use this as the envelope flap. I could do laundry once if I don't have to wash Mom's clothes for her. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we're going to cut this way. So I want to cut 3 3/4 here because I want to use, because my flowers I want them horizontal. So 3 3/4 this way. This will be for my envelope flap. And then we need 5 this way. Now, I went with the 3 3/4 by 5 because you'll get a little bit more of a margin. Oh, you were changing the bedding daily. That gets to be a lot of work too. All right, so this and this. And then I'm contemplating switching it up because this is a razzleberry card. The next one, that might look super cool with it. So I want to see this last card, what we've got for our paper. So that is this one, and that is this one, and that would look pretty with that too. But what's on the backs? Oh, the blue. Okay, I'm wondering, like, that could look cool on the envelope. It would bring out some of the blue. And then that we only need a little baby strip of. All right, I really think that this Tiger, this would be pretty on that one. Or the flowers might be okay. All right, we're gonna go back to this and put this with that because that's where it came. Oh, no, I'm gonna do that on the envelope flap. There we go. Okay, good to go. Then this last one here. Come on, Tigger. All right, this one is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. It's actually a square, you guys. This is a book card. Let's see here, 3 3/4, and let's see what the back side is. Okay, so 3 3/4, and I want to cut it this. Oh, it's going to be a square, but we're going to cut this one first because this could be our envelope flap, and then 3 3/4 this way. Now this will be extra. And that's the top. And then this is 4 by something. 4 by, that's 1 inch. Perfect. Hi, baby. Come on, baby. 4 by 1. So what I think I'm going to do is cut off the 1 here. Hi. And then I'm going to cut the 4 this way. Squeaker. All right, then this is extra, you guys, for a card. And this we need for this card. This is extra, and you have these little bits. So you have some extra scraps that you guys can use later in life to make something pretty when you want to. And, kitten, what are you up to, baby? You gotta go take a nap. It's nap time. People are trying to take a class with me, kitten. All right, so there we go. That is that, and then we have our envelope flap. Okay, that rhymed. All right, so we have 2 easier cards, and we have 2 more watercolory, harder cards. Now, you could probably guess that these 2, this one and this one, are gonna be super easy because the designer paper speaks. All we need are sentiments. Oh, I gotta go get the stamp set. And then these 2 are gonna be our watercolory cards. And so I'm wondering, I like to do easy first. So we might save the watercoloring for a little bit, like towards like the end. And kitten, I need to go get the sending smiles with the sentiments. Kitten, it's not up. Oh, you want your treats. Oh man. So, Dawn Ablett. You were such a sweetheart. He's already eaten all these out of here. Oh, here's a treat for him. Here, kitten. You sent these to me for Christmas. I have the little honey. Oh, I need these, guys. I keep this in here so that when I need a little treat for Tigger, I can come in here and get him a little treat. And so they're little ornament balls. So I open this up. And then that one goes. They're so cute and adorable. And he knows that they're in here. And she put little treats in here. Little treatsies. All right. So Tigger, if he's good here, I'll give him some little treats. All right. I appreciate this for the kitten. All for the K, that's my card. All right. There you go, baby. All right. So thank you very much. All right. That goes somewhere else. I would have been looking for that. Okay. Oh, having Tigger in here might have been a bad idea today, you guys. All right. If you ask me what my favorite bundle in the annual catalog is, I would say this one, Sending Smiles. I love all of the sentiments on here, and they're small, and you can add them to the front of a card. And the flowers in here are so cool too. So I would have to say that. I have no idea if it's staying or if it's carrying over or not, but I would say if this one is one that you were on the fence with, I don't think you would be disappointed if you got it. So we did a card to say hello, and we did love and big hugs. Oh, Dawn's there. Yeah, he loves them, Dawn. All right, so then what we're gonna do, this one is, they look very similar, you guys, but one is navy and the other is starry night. So they look very similar, but you can see when you got them next to each other that you can see a little difference. We'll start with this one over here and get that one done first. And then we'll go to the other one. Kitchen. There's nothing left here for you. Oh, I guess there is. And so we got crushed. Oh, look at this. Oh man, this was perfect. We started with this card, and you guys will see I put a strip of embellishments. I didn't know which card I did it in, but I put a whole strip of embellishments in one of your cards. It apparently was the Crushed Curry Starry Night one. You need to use these embellishments for all 4 of your cards, not just this card, okay? So, hi Darrell, hi Sandy Wicklander, and in here you guys will also find your butterfly. And that butterfly is die cut out with the purple shimmer paper. It's fine shimmer paper. So you're gonna have to get your pokey tool and poke out any bits and parts. Kitten. Da da da. All right, so let's poke these out. I need a little kitty sitter here. All right, so let's get that poked out. And then the dies that got used on this one are called the Designer Tags dies. And that is where the butterfly comes from. That is where this outline comes from. So you've got a crushed curry piece. One's for your outside, one's for your inside. And then you have a crushed curry in a white, and you got lots of thread or ribbon in the back. And then you have your inside piece here. Okay, let's do a little bit of gluing. This is so cool, this little tag here. You might have to poke out some stuff on this one as well. Just like that. All right, and then we'll stamp our little sentiment on here. But let's go ahead and let's see what the inside looks like too. We did a little bit of the flower. So we've got rich raspberry for an ink on this one. Kitten, behave. Dawn, he knows where the treats are and he wants to jump up and get them. He's got a good sniffer. All right, so we got love and big hugs. And when you guys stamp this, I did stamp it closer to the left versus in the middle because part of it gets covered up. You can see it ends over here. So I didn't stamp anything on that right-hand side. Okay, so we're gonna do love and big hugs closer to the left-hand side, like that, right? So leave a big gap like that over here, that's okay. And then we have the sunshine to brighten your day. And that is the long one here. That says all the luck your way. This one is the sunshine to brighten your day. And the E block works really, the E, I know this E. This one's H. The H block works good for this one because it's really a long and skinny sentiment. So we're gonna put that on. It's almost the whole length of this card mat here. So there's that. And then the coloring with these flowers. So we might not have done a lot of watercoloring on the outside of the card, but on the inside is where we have these flowers. And I always like to stamp so that my flowers are grounded. So when I stamp, I go a little bit off the edge down here, and they don't all need to be on there. We're gonna just stamp the flowers on the side like that. So we did use gray, and you have to be very careful when you do watercolor painting. When you use regular white cardstock like this, it might have a tendency to get pilly. So when we go to the other two cards, you'll see that we use shimmery white paper, and that's a little bit thicker. For this though, it will work to use your watercolor painters. We're gonna use raspberry and we're gonna use old olive. And when you get these they're called water painters. They used to be called aqua painters. There's a fine tip, a medium tip, and then there's a fan brush. And so grab whichever one you want to work with. I'll grab that one. It always is very helpful to have a piece of paper towel handy. And that is in case you need to blot up anything. So when you first get these, they are empty. They do not come filled. And you have to open them up, and they are not righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. They are the opposite. They're lefty, tighty, righty, loosey. And so you would just put this underneath the faucet and then fill them up. And then they are the opposite for filling. Hi, Linda Hall. And then what you're gonna do is you squeeze water through it. And just kind of like blender pens, like we did the other night, you want to make sure that you like brush them out so you don't have any of the color in there. I like to have a little block to dip my color in so that I'm not dipping in my pad here. Hi, Penny Powell. So some people like to squeeze their pads and put the ink in the pad. I like to, whoa, that was a lot. You don't need that much. But I like to put it on the block and then use the block as my palette. And then you just put a little bit, dip the brush in. Just know it's gonna be very sharp in the beginning, like in terms of color. You add a little water to the block and it will soften it. And then you can go to color. Your flowers. Now, if you wanted to do yellow in the middle of some of those, you definitely could. You don't have to worry about staying in the lines per se. It's watercoloring. So it's meant to look washy. Just gonna get all of our little flowers. And when you think you got them all, then you probably missed them. So just go check it over. So I'm gonna leave this because we're gonna use this for other cards. So when you're done, you squeeze out the water and eventually it'll show no color when you do like that. So you end up going through water that way. But we're gonna grab another block for our old olive and we're going to dip the block in there. Now I can pick up, I dripped a little water in there, so spread it around, and now we can put the green ink. Now, you're supposed to use a permanent ink when you use water-based like coloring techniques, like a StazOn. But I will be honest, I used the basic gray. You could have used smoky slate. I think I used basic gray. Maybe I used smoky slate, because smoky slate's right here. I did smoky slate, I think. If I'd have to go back and look at the video, but I'm pretty sure I did smoky slate. So it's more like no line watercoloring. So it's okay that the gray might blend and bleed a little bit. It's part of it. So that's how I colored the inside like this. Okay? So what we'll do is we wipe this out so that we're not caught off guard when we go to use this again and it's full of color. And we're gonna save this over there and we're gonna put our cover on. And I believe we have all of our stamping done. So we're gonna take these two things and what we're gonna do is put adhesive on them. And this goes onto our curry. So we've got Crushed Curry and Starry Night for the color combination. And then this one goes on here. Hi, Suzanne. You caught alive. Yay. All right, then these are going to get glue. We're going to glue them onto the front of the card and the inside. If you want to pop it up, you could have as well. But we're gonna just put that one flat on here. And then this one will go on the inside like that. All right, so far so good. Then our butterfly here, I like to make it so that the, hi Angela Knudsen, Penny Powell, yes, Tigger is quite busy. He, either I have to be worried when he's quiet, or I know he's sleeping when he's quiet. So what I'm doing is massaging these their wings, you guys. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue right in the center. Now everybody's paper might be slightly different looking, right? I have different flowers going on, and you could put your butterfly going that way or that way, however you want, whatever fits. And he might look better going that way on this one. So there you go, just to show you, I did it that way on this one and there on that. Then this, what I did is I popped up, I got my little dimensionals, and I popped up, oh, he's back. No, you don't. You do not go up there, baby. Oh my goodness. Guys, I feel like I have a kid here that's disobeying. He needs to learn not to go jumping up to get his treats. Oh, kitten. All right, you guys. So I want to see a little bit of the decoration, but not all of it. I know, Squeaker. Ta-ta-ta. You little baby. Let's put you on my lap and see if you'll stay there. I bet you won't. Nope. Okay. But at least you're not high anymore on the counter. All right. So you see what I got going on? Now, I want this to be flat over here. So I'm going to just grab a little glue dot and put that down back here so that so it was popped up and then I went flat. And if you want to pop it up or put it flat, you can do whatever you want. But I think on this one, I popped it up. And I think I'll do that again. So we'll pop up this. I think you guys, I wonder if I should just run them to the house. I might just do that. Either he's hungry or maybe he has to go to the bathroom. And we're gonna put this right here. We'll finish this card and then I'll run him to the bathroom really quick, to the house. So you guys, you have a piece of white crinkle. And I think it's this long. What you need to do is cut it in half. So you have 2 pieces. And what you're gonna do is take these 2 pieces and fold them in half so that you have 2 loops and then 4 tails. And then you have probably, I don't know why I have 2 of them, but there's this much ribbon. I would take your reverse tweezers and hold this, and you're gonna take and make a bow around this. You guys, you know how much we love ribbon. And so we have like 2 ribbons on each one of these cards. So that gets scrunched together like this. And then because you have your tweezers, you can go ahead and I guess maybe make a real knot like this. And then you can make your bow. Hi, kitten. All right. And yep, you guys, he's going in the house. He's too distracting for me. We tried, Tigger, to give you lots of love and attention. All right, then I'm making a little baby bow. This might take a little practice. If you have somebody that is there with you that can help hold the linen thread, so you got to get this just Tigger. Kitten, we're going to the house in a moment. You just have to be patient, okay? Okay, so this one, and if you guys don't want to go through the process of making the bow, you don't have to. It's very slippery ribbon. Now this is on my 4th try, I think. Let's see if I get this here now. There it is. Okay. This ribbon is very slippery. It really is. So you want to pull it really tight. All right, go baby. And then, so what I've done is made this little bow on here like this. And then I'm going to put that right on the edge over here like that. And I'm gonna use a glue dot to do it. And put that right there. And then this will stick into it. Okay. And grab your ribbon scissors. It gets worse. Percy now, new thing is getting on top of the fridge to get my attention. Okay, I think that's what's happening is he wants my attention. And you guys are getting it and not him. All right, so then we're gonna trim all of our little tailsies. Like this. I'm gonna do a couple going this way. And one more here. Okay, not so crazy, right? That flowery designer series paper is so awesome because it just makes the card without having to do a lot of work. And just making sure your bow is tied nice. Now on this one, I've got embellishments here. We've got, so there's two sizes. There's a small and a large. And I've got a small and a large on the bottom, kind of offset like this. And then I've got two on the butterfly. So I'm gonna do right there and there. And sometimes it's easier to use this pick tool. The putty end helps pick them up. You're gonna put one right on the butterfly here, and then another one. So I think that's what we got for this one. It's just so easy. So if you guys have more of that Dainty Delight paper, this pattern was one of my favorites out of all the sale-a-bration paper. Sweet Tigger needs a friend. I know, we saw Bootsy last night. Bootsy is she's thick. She's gonna pop, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. She's getting pretty big. And then we're gonna see what kind of kittens she has. All right, so you guys, we got one done out of our 4. You know, first we had to prep our stamps, and then we had to prep some paper. So I thought that was good to show people. All right, and then let's get these little guys out of the way before Tigger comes over this way and they all end up on the floor. All right, so he's currently entertaining himself. We didn't Stella. So what's really cool about designer series paper is you can Stella your designer series paper, all these cool flowers, and it won't bleed at all because it's paper. It's printed on the paper. So Stella all that. Your butterfly is already shimmery. And then what you could also do is Stella the label like that. Now I did notice just now while I was Stelling it, there's not a lot of support back here. And so what you could do if you wanted to give a little bit more support is stick another dimensional at the top, and then we're gonna find a little spot here to put another dimensional in there. There, and it's not gonna be rocking as much. Okay, I think now we can say we officially got, we got one of my favorite cards done. Look at that. Okay, beautiful. Next, we're gonna do the other easy one. Oh, we're not done though, you guys. Remember, we have this to do. And what we talked about for that is we're gonna put the green on here. We're gonna fold this backwards and then run a little bit of liquid glue here. What are you going to do, baby? And then that's gonna go on like this. And then what we gotta do is take our scissors, and we use this as a guide. And we're gonna cut the extra little bits off here. Boom, just like that. We got our flap. You guys got the paper, you might as well use it, right? So when somebody gets that, they'll open it up and it'll be like that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now I think we can move on. All right, this one is also very pretty. We have our sending a card to say hello. And let's do our flap right away, because otherwise we're gonna forget. If you want to do purple, you could, but the blue is gonna match really nicely. All right. Hi, Polly Libby from North Carolina. All right, just like that. Bend that back. Okay, and we're gonna take and cut this off just like we did on the other one. Just use the envelope edges as a guide. If you wanted to, you could get your trimmer out and put it on there, but I really just hold that scissors right next to it and catch it. So we've got that ready to go already. Boom. Okay. Then, what do you have in your kit? You've got your Night of Navy base. You should have Blushing Bride for the top, your designer paper. You have a sending that's already die cut. The sending outline and the sending bottom, that's part of those die cuts. You've already cut, hopefully, your flowers here. If you need to do any popping, you can. As he went on his chair, his favorite chair. Then you have a blushing and a white for the inside. Let's see what the inside looks like. Hi, Donna Herrlinger. Who made the glue holder? Oh, this glue holder. Brenda, I have these, and you're on the team as well. I have ones for the team. They say Be Happy Stampers, and for non-team members, they say Be Creative. I give my team a discount, so my team, they can get them for 20, which you're on the team, yay. And then non-team members, they're 25, and then shipping. And shipping is usually $8 because I put them in a box so that they don't get damaged. So we put the plant in this one, and we did a note of thanks. And I think I'm not going to stamp a note of thanks. I'm going to put a card to say hello and leave it at that. You guys have, this is one of my favorite ribbons, the bordered Night of Navy. What you're going to do is cut it in half diagonally. Something like that. And then you're going to want to diagonal the other end. If it's not, it probably isn't. My mom cuts on a straight edge usually. And then you can just cut that for now, just so that you have them, because they're going to end up just crossing like this. I made your bows already. So you got a little baby linen thread bow. It's in your kit. And then you have that little white scrap here. It's not a scrap, so sorry. It's a little label. And that one we're going to stamp a card to say hello. And we're going to use the Night of Navy ink. And it's one of my favorite ones. So versatile. A card to say hello. Sending a card to say hello. I did center this on here. Just like that. And that's the back side. I could tell that I did it on the rough side, which is fine, because now I got to practice. I'm going to put this one right there. Diane Bogenhagen said she loves this card. Yeah, I hope that they have more pretty flowery paper in the new one too. You guys, as much as we say there's so many flowers, we love flowers. All right, so a card to say hello. And then on the inside we have, it's the planter with the flowers. So we're gonna grab the smoky slate. To me, it looked like a wedding cake as well, you guys, with all the flowers on it, but it's actually a pot with a pot with a pot with flowers coming out of it. We're gonna put that down here on the bottom. I would like to go a little bit closer or further away from the edge, so we're gonna move it over here. I'm good with that. And then we are gonna color this one, even though I didn't color the other one. We're gonna color this one together. We're gonna do it in gray. I think that instead of terracotta pot, we're gonna make, oh, this is a lot to color. Oh my goodness, hang on, wait. Let's think about this. Oh, it's a lot. Well, we'll do it, just so in case you guys wanna do it, you can. So we need gray though. Let's grab another little block. And we're gonna dip into the gray here and get us a little palette with gray ink. And grab your paper towel back. And again, you have to be careful because this is just regular white, basic white cardstock. It is not thick or shimmery. So the more water that's on it, the more pilly it's gonna get. So I'm just going to do a little bit of light coloring, and I'm not going to keep going over the same spot. I want to make sure I avoid the same area because that's where you're going to get that pilling. So we're going to do a little bit of the pot that's showing. Okay, that's about all I'm going to do. We'll leave that in case we need that. Wipe it out. Perfect. Yeah, just let me know the next time if you have a package of, like, with a class going out, Brenda, I can mail it and consolidate shipping. But if you're not getting out anything else soon, then what we can do, like, I can just figure out it's $8 for shipping. That's usually what it is to send it in a box. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of the greenery, you guys. There's really lots of little leaves everywhere. So I'm trying to catch the leaves and not necessarily the flowers. It's just, there's so much little fine detail in there. And this, I think, is why this didn't appeal to me so much, because it's a lot of coloring. And I don't mind coloring, but this is like intricate coloring. Yeah, and anybody else that's interested in one of these caddies, you guys, I just shipped out 3 of them to one person last week because all of her friends wanted one. And then I shipped out 1 to somebody else. I think Luann Trump Power got one. So yeah, you guys, I've got them here. All right, I think I'm gonna call that a day with the greenery, you guys. I don't even know if you can see how good, like, or bad that is. It looks like a hot mess right now. But I think once we pull in the raspberry, it'll help. So I'm gonna drop a little water on here to make it so the when you have water on here, it makes it so it's not as sharp of a color. See that? That's pretty sharp there. But as your ink drum kind of gets dilapidated out of the brush, it kind of cools down a little bit. But again, you can't have too much on the brush here, otherwise it's going to get your water all pilly. These flowers, you can't even see the start and stop of them, so I'm just doing that. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, Holly loves hers. Yay, I've heard lots of good things about the caddies. All right, wipe out your brush so you're not surprised next time about it. And we'll put that back. We're gonna move this over here. So you can see here our flower pot colored in. And I think we're ready now. Let's just Stella this. You can see here, it's starting to get warped a little bit, and that's because it's just water on paper, right? So we're gonna, I just used the back side of this, and we're gonna Stella. So I definitely did not make my helpers. What did you stamp the greenery pot with? I did Smoky Slate Tammy. It was the light gray. You could do gray granite too if you wanted. You could do basic gray, but that'll be a little bit darker. I definitely did not have my gals save the little dot from the eye, because you guys can use a little pearl. So just so you know that, we are going to get a little glue happy. Let's glue these 2 things. And we're gonna put those onto our Blushing Bride mats. So this one, there is just something about Blushing Bride and Night of Navy that looks so nice together. And that one goes on here. Now, your flowers could have very easily been Blushing Bride instead of Rich Razzleberry. But because I had my palette of Rich Razzleberry already started, I went with Rich Razzleberry, you guys. All right, so we're gonna flip these over. I did note right now that I just realized this is Night of Navy. I think that if you can see a difference here, I think I stamped, that's Starry Night and that's Night of Navy. I just realized that I stamped the original one with Starry Sky instead. Oops. All right, you're very welcome, Tammy. Let's see what we got here. So that's our outside. Just put that right on here. So did you guys notice that the kitten is no longer actively pursuing things in here? He found his chair and now he's sleeping and he's taking his little cat nap. So we should be good until the end of class is my guess. All right, then this is going to be popped up with dimensionals. So let's grab them and put them on the back side of the Fussy Cut Designer Series paper. I like having these little flowers at the bottom. So we're gonna put that on the middle of the card front. Now you've gotta be super careful with the sending. It does fit right on here, like that. If you had your adhesive sticker sheets while you were die cutting, you could have definitely made them into stickers, but I just take a little bit of glue in some strategic spots here. So I make sure I get the end here. I'm not putting glue everywhere. This craft glue is pretty sticky, and just gotta get a little bit of glue on some good spots. And when I put this down, I start with the S, and I hold this up while I get the S. And once I have the S good, then I put my finger on the E, the N, and then I kind of just, you gotta squish it together so it fits on there right and perfect here. And then all of a sudden you lay down the G and then it's good. That's how I put that on there. And then just kind of push it together so it's there. And then we are popping this up with dimensionals. So let's put a few of those behind. The little ones are perfect for the task. You know, I don't always appreciate small dimensionals. I really just like the big ones. And when the small dimensionals came out, I just absolutely loved it because I thought, oh, I cut my big dimensionals in half all the time. Now I don't have to. Well, then I got sick of cutting dimensionals in half and using the small ones, so I went back to using big ones. And now it's nice to have both. So this ribbon actually needs to go down on here first. And it kind of crosses right about there. I might be trimming the top at the moment. I don't quite know, but it's going to go something like that. And this goes here, and then the sentiment goes like that. I think what I'm going to do is grab a glue dot, and we're going to put that underneath that one. And then we're going to grab another glue dot and put that underneath this one, and then they can cross right about there. All right, Sarah Mitchell, sounds good. Thanks for popping in. And then this is kind of going diagonal like that. I'm not going to push it down quite yet. And then we're going to use the little dimensionals on the back of this little label. And I have it kind of nestling underneath the S here, but I have it straight. And then you have a little bit of space in the middle there, and that's where your linen thread bow is going to go. That looks like a little bit of goo, so let's just use the eraser and get that off of there. And then our bow is gonna go right kind of in the middle like that. And then if you feel like you need to trim, like if you want this to be a little shorter, you could, once it's down here. And then we'll do that one just a hair as well. Hi, Becky Schlossnagel. And then this one, I didn't get it the angle, so I'm gonna do one more try it. And there. All right. Then the glue dot is used again to put the linen thread bow on. Put that right in the middle. And I'm just gonna sit it right in there. And I'm okay with that one going that way and the other one going the other way. Trim your tails on this one. And on this card, we have 4 embellishments as well. There is going to be, you gotta have the little like dot for your eye. So grab that off, and let's get that for your eye right away. And then there's a big one and a small one. I put them in the little where the little lines, the white lines match. And then we've got a little right over on this side here. So I know there's 4, but when you think of it, like I looked at like there's 1, 2, 3 like groupings of them. So okay, set those off to the side. And we've got to Stella yet though, but that's what we've got going on. And again, you can Stella your little flowers. You've already done the sending, but you could definitely do these little cone flowers. Perfect. All right. So I guess your call. If you don't like the way it looks colored in, you could leave it. But if you like it colored in, go for it. And I did put a note of thanks on this one just to have a thank you card. Ooh, all right, now let's grab the envelope. So you guys, because we did that right away in the beginning, and now when somebody gets this, they have it matchy-matchy like that. Perfect. Yay, love it. Okay, 2 down. All right. Now we get to our full-blown watercoloring. So, when we worked on these cards, we're like, yup, we can't do these. There's just a lot. We're like, well, let's just do it 2 cards that each one of them focuses on one of those. And then we use these other things on the inside. So, I just made a mess with my water. But that's why we have a paper towel here. Yay. Okay, so the next one, we'll do the chair first. So let's pull that one out here and see what we have. Okay, we got our envelope flap. Oh, this is the one with the ribbon. Okay, so you guys, Jennifer Merle Hampshire loves to do multiple ribbons on one card. So you guys, there are 3 ribbons on here. There are. I'm gonna show you how to get it all together. So we have our white envelope. You got some linen thread, some fresh freesia, and my mom gave me scraps of the old olive. I gotta think about what you guys have in your kit. I'll think about that for a second. You have a fresh freesia inside, a white inside. You have a fresh freesia matte, and then you'll have the designer paper. And then this is from the designer tags as well, and it's shimmery white. So we went with shimmery white for this one. So let's burnish this. And what we're gonna do is glue. Let's get this glued down right away. Ooh, do you want pink? Nope, pink doesn't match. So we want this to go like that. So it's good, you guys. So you don't do it backwards. Like hold it and then flip it back and now put your glue on it. So then you're gonna have it going, oh, hang on, glue on the flap. Just like that. And then fold that back. Okay, and we have that done and out of the way. Grab your scissors. We're just gonna trim the edges off here. So you guys, we did the Queen Bee class and we made envelope flaps for all the envelopes. And now you get it again. Boom, just like that. And you have enough paper that you could do that. So, all right. Let's set that off to the side. We need to stamp this, and what's the inside look like? Oh, the flowers and a card to say hello. Great. Okay, let's pull these out so that you guys can see what's going on. You can go ahead and glue. Let's glue the designer paper. Yours is just white, but it worked. All right, Mary, are you talking about this? It is, everybody got shimmery white. So it is white, but it's shimmery white. So I'm not sure if that's what you were talking about for when you said yours is just white. Yeah, it is cool, Becky, that the cobblestone path, and we have it on the next card where we use it. So this is gonna go on to our fresh freesia right here, like that. And we got that together. Now let's work on our stamping. I just used a card to say hello in navy. So we're going to clean these. And got that. And let's clean this one. And then we got the flowers on the inside. Again, we did the flowers in smoky slate. So that is the same color. Let's grab a sheet here. We're gonna do smoky slate for the flowers on the side here. A little bit shorter so that they don't go up the whole edge. So there's our gray smoky slate. And then I've got a card to say hello. And because it is photopolymer, I'm gonna do this. So there's no sentiment on the outside. And we put the sentiment on the inside for this one. So a card to say hello. And then we need to stamp our chair on the shimmery white. You can see there's a difference between these, you guys. You can see this one has a little bit more off-white look to it, and regular basic white is white. So when you look at this very closely too, Nope, the part where the beach gets stamped on is just white, not shimmery white. The beach gets stamped. So you're talking the beach. I'm not sure which beach because is this the beach that you're talking about? This one's a path. The other one was flowers. And then the other one. So, okay, not sure, Mary. But if you're okay, that's all that matters. So the chair needs to get stamped on the shimmery white, and it's going to hang a little bit over the edge. So what we're going to do is grab the big chair, and we're going to stamp that on the shimmery white with the smoky slate. Okay. Again, if you want to practice on the back side, you can. You know, some of it does get cut off on the sides here, but we're trying to get the chair primarily up nestled in that top left. The stamp does fit on here. There's going to be a little bit over here that might get cut off, but for the most part, the whole thing goes on. The bench. Oh, bench. Oh, okay. Got it. Nope, the part where the bench gets stamped on is not white. It's just white, not shimmery white. Interesting. Well, I'm not sure what happened. I know that when these got die cut out, we had used shimmery white. So, all right, so I got this stamped on here, you guys. And that's it for this chair. Now, what we got to do is color it, though. And we go back to our grays. And I'm going to get a little bit more gray on the block than I had. So a little bit more gray. And then we've got... we pulled in some Starry Night flowers. So let's grab one more block. And we're going to use Starry Night in our color palette. And we're going to use yellow as well. So no rich raspberry, but here's Starry Night. And then we're also going to do daffodil. So let's grab daffodil. And we're going to put a little bit of daffodil on a block as well. Now you've got your paper towel handy, and now you guys get to feel like an artiste. Grass. Let's start with the grass and the greenery. So we're gonna go in here and grab some green, and we made this look all like there was grass down at the bottom here. The more ink that there is on there, the darker your grass is gonna look. And so we're gonna do up in the edge here, and we kind of came up the side here a little bit. So that's our first round, and it looks kind of light. So let's actually zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see. The greenery does come up a little bit as well, like we did a little bit of grass action over under the chair here, up a bit. It's fun. It really comes together when you actually start putting the blue and the yellow in. So we're gonna go up the edge here a little bit. I'm trying to avoid coloring my bench because the bench is actually gonna be gray. And we're gonna do a little bit more greenery up here, up the edge here. There's just a little bit that you can see through there. And now it looks pretty light. So what you can do is give it a second here. And then there's some more darker green ink along the edge. You can do a slight little coat. So let's get back to our green. It was really watered down, that block. So what I'm gonna do is grab a little bit more so it's darker. Squeeze a little bit of water on there. And you can just put, so you can see a little bit darker. So it's a watercolor painting, you guys. It looks washed out, and you can add more color to it. But I feel like I got a lot of green going on. So you gotta wipe out your pen. And still have half of it full of water, so we're still good there. Now with the blue. So I'm gonna, let's do gray. Drip a little drop of water in here, so that it waters it down just a little bit. Otherwise you'll get really sharp coloring. You can start coloring your bench. Now the bench takes up the most because it's a pretty big surface area here. And you're just going to color that. And now if you wanted to use gray granite would be another good color. Basic gray could have worked too. You could use watercolor paper when you're doing stuff like this as well. You guys, Rose has a class tomorrow that she's teaching and that I do the kits for in the US, the technique class. And she's talking about and featuring water, aqua wash. And so I believe I might have 2 kits left. After I check my email, I might have 1, but she uses the shimmer paper for that as well. You could definitely use the aqua or the fluid watercolor paper as well. But you guys, it's kind of like coloring with water and ink. These brushes are perfect for it. You just have to know that if you don't get enough water mixed with the ink. Oh, thanks, Luann Johnson. Yeah, Mary Gunn sent me a message last week sometime, and she's like, just a reminder, you got craft roulette on Friday night. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. So yes, you guys, craft roulette this Friday night, 6:30 Central with Mary Gunn from Mary Gunn Fun. So sometimes I'll go back over the top, and I feel like chicken tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like I'm running out of ink, so I'm gonna wipe off my block. I don't want to keep going into my ink with the watery block, so I wipe it off and I go get a little bit more ink. And again, if you go like this right away, it's gonna be really dark like that, and that's why you add water to this to kind of smooth it out. And you just want to make sure you color the right sections here. Yeah, I think that's right. And then this one goes, oh, I might have colored the backspace area. I don't really know. The chair is hard for me to see where the metal ends. I think I might have done it wrong on that one too. I feel like there's holes that there should be. I think I messed it up on that one too. So if that's the case, I might just go for the whole thing. Like that, there. No one will ever know, right? When you look at that, you think, oh, it's all there, all colored in. Just double check it, make sure you didn't miss any area, because that's really what happens sometimes. And if you feel like you want them darker, you just can touch over them again and make them just a hair darker. You can kind of go over any area that looks streaky. You can kind of wipe it, kind of wash it together. But that's what we got for the chair then. Again, it's supposed to look watery, colory. Wipe out the gray. I'll put you over there. And then we're gonna pick the blue next. It's the Starry Night. I keep calling it Starry Sky though. If you guys ever see me refer to it as Starry Sky, it's because in my head, the color is Starry Sky. And so we're just going to pick out these little yellow flowers. I'm so sorry. The Starry Sky, Starry Night flowers. There's yellow in there, and I was thinking about doing yellow next. So my head was already thinking ahead to the yellow. But we're just going to color in our little Starry Night flowers. Just like that. And just figure out where they all are. Add a little of this blue color, it's really pretty. And we're gonna fill in with some yellow. Let's do a little blue down here. Ooh, did you see that? It was a little bit sharper. I call it sharper when it's a little bit darker than watered out. Okay. Let's see here. Do a little bit more like that. Guy right there. Do one right there. Oh, I see I missed part of my park bench there. So it's hard to see it, but way back here, there's another little leg back there. Okay, now I got that fixed. Now we'll go to the yellow and see what kind of yellow we can add in here. Just to give it a little bit more. You kind of lose that they're like the outlines of the flowers with it, but you see the color. And when it all comes together and goes on the card, you don't look for the whole staying in the lines. Okay. Here. That's what I got. Okay. My friend Gina, she is the artiste. She is a fabulous watercolor. I just do enough to get by. All right. So that's what, I mean, it doesn't look so far off of that. Okay, we're going to give this just a moment to kind of dry. Oh man, we got to do these guys though. So let's go back to the greenery. And we're going to do a couple of these leaves on the bottom. We're going to do a couple of the leaves up there. Again, I'm not worried about staying in the lines. It's not supposed to be that way. So for those that have a hard time with the whole lines, you might get out markers or colored pencils. We're gonna do the starry. If you had fresh freesia ink, you could definitely color these flowers fresh freesia, and they might blend in a little bit better, but I'm doing the starry night. There was some starry night in some of the background, but it's a really pretty bluey purple. So that's what I've got on the inside of that one. Okay, wipe out the brush. You definitely do go through water. We're gonna set you over there, and we're going to glue this onto our old olive mat. And, nope, I'm so sorry, fresh freesia. Ha ha ha, see if I was paying attention, right? And then if you get ink anywhere that it doesn't supposed to be there, they make something called an ink eraser. And if you go in light little circles, it does help to lift it. It doesn't always necessarily take it 100% away, because sometimes you have to stop before you're done, because sometimes you will start going into the paper. But I don't know if you guys saw it before. There was a little blue spot there, and now it's gone. So that's what an ink eraser is good for. And Feline, if you're still watching, I do have one for you on a pile with your stuff set aside. All right, so now this is our inside. And that is going to go right here. Freesia and old olive, it works. All right, grab your tear and tape. Get into the end here. And you're going to save 2 pieces, maybe 3 or 4 actually, for later. This is a conglomerate of ribbon going on here. We're gonna put these 2 on the back, and I'm thinking that we made a note. You should have how much ribbon here? We did 14 inches of old olive, 4 inches of freesia, and like 10 inches of linen thread. All right, to make this work, you really have to you're gonna have to cut ribbon apart. What you're gonna need to do is put your tear and tape on these inner flaps here. So this piece right here needs to catch right back here, like right in the middle. And you want to have enough for this to go, so you're going to cut it then right about here. So what is that, maybe 2 inches. Okay, so that's going to come around the back there. Now you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to weave that kind of through here. So you're not putting ribbon in this middle section in the back. You're wasting it if you do that. So then we're going to put this back over that. And now you need to cut off right there. Now you have this much left, okay? Now what you should do is put your dimensionals on the back of this, and we're not going to pick off the tear and tape because it'll want to stick flat there then. So we're just going to put a bunch of dimensionals back here, and then thanks for trying to link the craft roulette episode. I'm gonna actually do a post on my page, you guys, so that you have the link all set for Friday. I'm also going to email it to my entire group as well. So thanks for trying, Luann. I appreciate it. All right, so then this, make sure your flowers are going the right way, you guys, not that they're upside down. And then this is going to get kind of put right on the front here. It's a little bit more to the left than it is to the right. All right, so then we can pick these off. And then put that one tail down, and now you can put the other tail. So it made it look like it was all continuous, but it's not, and that's okay. And we're gonna put a little tear and tape over the top of this to help secure that. And then a little bit of liquid glue, like that. Now we can put that onto the front. Okay, so far so good. So what you should have left is some linen thread. This is extra. I guess my mom put it in my kit. This right here and the leftover of this. Now what are we gonna do to make this work? So this will go underneath here, okay? Because what we are going to do is make a bow out of it. This needs to get folded in half. And we also have linen thread that we're gonna have to make a bow. So the linen thread needs to go underneath here as well. And we can kind of leave it off to the side here. And then you're gonna use your reverse tweezers again. This is definitely an easier thing to do with a reverse tweezer. So I folded it in half, and I'm gonna use my reverse tweezers to hold all that. And I'm gonna come, if this is too much for you guys and you don't wanna do all this ribbon on here, it's okay, you don't have to. But I'm gonna hold, the reverse tweezers is holding that, so that, okay. Now it's all about finagling, okay? So you've got, oops, and then don't pull it out. That would be bad. So pull that right back. I pulled that accidentally. Okay, so let's put that back. And what's gonna happen, there's that. Now we're gonna make a bow. Again, you gotta be very careful. So I'm gonna take this one and make a little bunny ear. And then I might not do two bunny ears. I might just do one because this one was a little bit shorter for me. Okay, so this is where you're gonna have to work at it. If your fingers are not nimble and don't make good bows, you might consider just making an overhand knot, which is fine too. But I'm gonna pull that through here. And I'm gonna do one bunny ear like that. And then we've got the linen thread back here. And what I'm gonna do is bring that up and over and make the overhand knot. And then make a bow. I'll use two bunny ears this time. And missed it. Okay. The ribbon, that's all Jennifer. She was all over the 3 ribbon combination here. All right, so now I've just got to finagle things, right? Because right now it looks a little bit blah. Okay, so I'm going to make a little baby bunny ear here and a little baby bunny ear here. I'm going to try to pull my little purple freesia and bring it to the back a little bit and kind of straighten it out. And then we've got a little bit, we're gonna pull the bunny ear of the green a little bit more and pull that up. Okay, and then grab your ribbon scissors. You're gonna trim your tails at a diagonal. So this is the open weave fresh freesia. And then the old olive is part of the Sahara sand and old olive pack. And then the linen thread is just amazing linen thread. And then we're gonna cut that guy too. Okay, not so bad. Jennifer is the master of the conglomeration of the ribbons. All right, so you should have here a big embellishment and a small one. And we've got one more small one over here. Let's grab the little tool. Grabbing that and picking it up, putting right there. And then you should have 4 left. And I believe the next card has 3. So you might end up with an extra one that you could put somewhere, anywhere. Stella-ing. Let's Stella, Ella. Not anything watercolor related, you guys. I would definitely do your designer series paper. You can even Stella your ribbon. The thing is with that Sahara sand ribbon, it comes only 5 yards because you get, the Sahara sand and the old olive, you only get 5 yards of each color because you get 2 colors. So we had to be, a little frugal with not putting ribbon back here. Otherwise, it would have been even needing a lot more. Okay. Deb really likes 3 ribbon combo combination, yay. And then on the inside, a card to say hello. Yay, okay. So that means we've got 3 done. And let's put that guy away. And then here was our envelope to match. That works. Cool beans and bagels. And then our last one is our book card. And it says birthday wishes. And that's where we put the little path on the inside of this one, because it matched kind of the path over there. All right, what do we want to do first? So let's grab out everything in here. And this one has 2 ribbons. Let's fold this backwards. And we are going to put this on. Oh, what looks better? The little splotchies? I actually like that better than the leaf. I'm gonna go with the splotchies. Okay, so I flip that like that. And let's put that, glue. Put the glue on the envelope. If you put the glue on the DSP, you might risk having it not go where it's supposed to. So that's why we're always putting the glue on the envelope flap. And then just make sure that gets kind of nestled down in there. And then grab that scissors. Trim off your ends. And then we got our envelope flap ready to go. I think that'll be nice. I'm good with that. It's just a little more colorful. Then on our card kits, you guys will have a shimmery white, and then you have a stitched, or it's actually a stylish square. You already cut your designer paper, and that is going to go on the fresh freesia. You have a white with a freesia, and I don't know how. Oh, my mom gave me scraps again. All right, so I get the end of the ribbon rolls. So we use those up, and I'll show you how I can make it work. All right. Okay, we got coloring with this one as well, and the birthday wishes. This is our book card. So we do have 2. And I see I got that splotch there. That was part of the paper. So how we're gonna do, we're gonna put it this way and make it be on the front. And then what happens is when you glue that on, you actually cover it up and you don't see it on the inside then. Did I say bench? I don't know. Gate, it's supposed to be a gate. You guys, words are hard today. It's Monday. I'm not sure, Judy, what you're asking about bench. If I said bench and I meant gate, I really meant gate, because that's not a bench, it's a gate. So that's the only thing I can think of why you're asking about a bench. So words are hard. All right, so we're gonna be working on a gate and the cobblestone and birthday wishes. So let's grab back here, sending smiles. You guys, sometimes I think my brain is saying it the way it's supposed to be, right? Like, doesn't that happen to you guys? When you think you're saying something the right way and then somebody corrects you and says, did you mean this? And you're like, oh yeah, I did. So that's probably what's happening right now. So we're gonna do birthday wishes on the inside here. And everything else is gonna get stamped again in the smoky slate. So this is our inside. We're gonna grab back the piercing mat and get our rich razzleberry. And we're gonna do birthday wishes for this one. You're gonna make sure that your stamp is on there straight. Because if it's crooked, it's gonna stamp it crooked. Okay, like that. And you know what? I'm gonna do my flower first, because that's gonna be coming up the left-hand side. And I don't necessarily want to have it compete. So we're gonna stamp the flowers there. And then the path, we have that coming down like that. And then I've got the birthday wishes. And my stamp is falling off. So we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna do birthday wishes. And I wanted to do it centered now over there more because the flowers are there. So that's what we've got for that stamping. Then for this stamping, we're going to do the gate thing, and it's going to be bigger than the area that you have to work with. That's okay. Some of it gets cut off the top. We're doing it in smoky slate. And I'm gonna go something like that. If you don't like the way you stamp it, you can flip it over and go again. And I'm gonna go closer to the left-hand side now and try that gate again. Something like that now. It's better. Now I've got a little more on that side, but it's okay. It's gonna be a little bit hard to kind of guess because what's happening on here is there's a lot more extra stamp edge here, where here there was a little bit less. It's not as centered as good, but it'll work. Okay, so there we've got our stamping done. Now we get to do our coloring. Okay. So gray, we're gonna definitely need gray again. And I think we're gonna need more. So let's wipe this off and grab some more gray. And color, we're gonna do the path and our stones. So our little path here, I just went back and forth with that. Go back and get a little more ink if you need to. So we've got a little stone path there. And then for our stones here, they're also in the smoky slate. Just color each one of them if you want. I'm going a little fast because to me it's, again, watercoloring. You don't have to be in the lines exact. And then as these guys get smaller, I'm just kind of dotting them. Okay, so there's our gray. I might just do a little bit more in there. Okay, gray should be done then. We need our green, and I feel like we don't have enough green on here. So we're gonna dip back in to Old Olive. And get a little more green on here. So we've gotta remember our inside and our outside here. Just do a little Old Olive action. I'm curious. Do you guys like this watercoloring activity here? This is probably one of the first times you guys have ever seen me watercolor. I can't say that I can ever remember doing this on a live class, or it's been a long time if I've done it in an in-person class. Guys, I'm gonna let that coat sit there for a second. I want it a little bit darker. We're gonna go and get some leaves going up here. The leaves start to mix with flowers. So I'm just trying to catch some of the bigger leaves that I can see. And you know, water can scare people, especially if you think that if you don't have enough water, it looks streaky, and that can turn people off because it doesn't look good. So you can't be afraid to add water to this little palette so that it gives it a softer look. And then I'm gonna go back and kind of go down here. Hi, Sherry Martin. Sherry, I'm gonna be kitting up the Queen Bee, the picture frame tomorrow. The bee sampler, and so I know I owe you how much it is gonna be for shipping. So once I have that, I will let you know. So no worries and no rush, I haven't forgotten. I'm just waiting until I have the class all ready to go so I can weigh it. All right, now you can see that this is a little bit darker, the sample, and then this is a little bit lighter. I make it look so easy. Well, it's just making sure you get water in this little area here, because otherwise it looks streaky. Like here, let me show you what I mean by streaky. So let's wipe this off. If you go get your ink and you have your block like that, and you dip in here without squeezing, it's going to look really sharp like that and not very watery. And the more water that's in this brush, the better it is, and squeezing that water in here will help. You can make it darker too. All right, Laura, we'll see you later. So you can make these darker by adding some more ink over the top of them. And you can get blending as well. Like you can do softer and lighter areas, and you do that by getting more ink added back to the brush that's a little bit darker. There, I'm good with that too. All right, so that's it for the greenery. Then we go back to this. And now this is Jennifer's idea too. She's like, I'm gonna put little baby sharp dots right in the middle of all the flower centers. So, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get some ink over here. Go lighter for all the flowers. And then I'm gonna go back and dip in the dark ink to get the centers as dark as they are. Okay, so there's that side. Oh, I missed a leaf. And you know what though? The leaf is gonna become pink now. Oh, maybe I'll go back in. I see some leaves over here too I missed. It's like you think you got them all and then you didn't. All right, so we got some color going on up there. And then these guys over here as well. So let's get a couple of those. Oh, I missed some leaves right there too. So I'm going back into that area on my block that's watered down versus going, I didn't need that, all that ink over there, you guys. I really didn't need to put all that ink on the block. So using a smaller block is sometimes better. Okay, now to get those little centers like this, what I did is dipped in the dark area. And then you just bop in the center of the flowers. Again, if you need more, just go and you're just putting one little dot seed in there. Oops, that was too big. It's okay though. It's just a card. All right. So that's how I got the, oh, you guys didn't even see it when I did it. I made that one really big. So all good though. Let's go back out here. I missed a flower up here and over here, and that's gonna be a flower there. Do a flower in there, and then leaves. And the leaves were back in green. I missed some right here, and I missed right there. Okay, not done yet though, because we still have a fence to do, or a gate. And that gate is done in crumb cake or espresso, whichever, doesn't matter. They're both very similar. I have crumb cake right here. So we're gonna grab crumbs of the cake. And we're gonna drip a little water in there to soften it. And now just do your fence posts. You can see here the difference. That had more color, that was more watery. Now, I'm okay with that because I can go back and get a little bit more darker and go over the top of that to make it darker. Thanks, Holly. Go that way with that. And just a little bit more there. And then there's one that goes that way, but we're going to try to fix that. There. So that was crumb cake. I'm pretty sure that that was espresso. You can see they're slightly different. And if you're like, oh man, she told me crumb cake, but I don't like it. I wish I would have done espresso. You know what? Go get the espresso and use the espresso because you can add two colors together. Now, give this just a little second here. And we're gonna flip in here and get some ink. And now you can put the hints of the espresso in with this. And you've got like the crumb cake underlying color with a nice mahogany, walnut, espresso, whatever's there. So I put in a little espresso, make it more of an espresso gate. So you guys mix and match your colors if you want to do that. It's just like blending, using blending brushes. Oh man, that's a lot of coloring. All right, so I keep wiping out my marker, or my, here, look, that's how much. I used up a whole barrel of water almost. And then you just go and add more water. And then when you're done with these guys too, I wipe them off and then I'll put them underneath the water to wash them off even more. That one was clean. Okay, now I think, I'm gonna leave that guy. Now I think we can get glue happy. Okay, so, oh, we're not done. We gotta color our linen thread yet. I forgot about that, but we'll do that in a second. So let's do this, and that will get popped up. So we've got a little glue on the freesia. And then this one can go here. Like that, and then both of these can get glued because there's no ribbon going behind either one of them. That goes here. We should glue this really quick. So this is like a book card, so we got our binding that needs to get glued down. And then this now can go on the inside. So you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but every one of the cards is double matted so that they match the front. And then this little guy here, it's a little bit of glue. And that's for on the binding over here. It's a 1x4. That will get popped up with some dimensionals. All right, so I'm curious, how many people have never watercolored before or seen one of these things in action? And now are you okay with it? Or do you feel like you gotta watch the video again to see for more, just to see it again? Or where are you at? I'm curious, did it help? I'm just gonna take these dimensional backs off and we're gonna put this onto the raspberry mat. Right there, and if you need to trim it a little bit more, oh, you know what, that's what I should do. So right now, you barely see my stitching on that side. I could cut off a little bit on that side. Let's get my little trimmer here. I can cut off on that side a hair. Then I'm closer, perfect. Now, I'm gonna cut off a hair on the top. And then I feel like this will fit really nicely in there. You'll see the stitching. You might have to do that on yours too. I want to see the stitching a little bit more. And then it centered it better too for me. All right, so that is crooked. So let's bring that side over. All right, that's better. Then, this is where I said my mom gave me scraps and we have to do a little coloring. I don't feel, let's see if maybe I didn't get scraps. No, I have enough. Okay, I was thinking that all my mom gave me was this one, but she gave me that. What I was thinking I could do here, that could get put there, and I was gonna say I could probably get by with using this. So you guys have enough ribbon to go around the back and tie it right here, and then cut your ends. And Mary Schreiber does not like the watercolor, and she doesn't do it. Well, there you go. Patience is now, so I have to go. Oh, okay, patience is up now, so you have to go. I'll catch the tail end later. All right, Mary Carol, see you later. Yeah, so you guys, I don't do a lot of watercoloring either. I'm not the greatest at it. And that just shows you that if you want to use other forms of coloring, you can. The stamps are just fine to use with other different types of coloring, but this might have inspired somebody to actually try watercoloring, and maybe they like it. So you guys, I'm gonna show you, I can use this ribbon right here. Like, so let's say I ever give you not enough ribbon. I try not to, right? But I'm gonna show you what we can do. This is going to just get a little bit right there. Okay, so then we're going to cut this at an angle right there. And now I get to use up that little scrap. So then this little tail, this tear and tape is going to go here. And we're going to have that come out the back end over here. Just like this. See, I got plenty of ribbon, and then we're going to secure it like that. All right, but we got this little piece of linen thread, and it needs to get colored with the rich raspberry. So we're going to grab, this is how we kind of did it, I think. Rich raspberries right here. You could use a sponge dauber, or you could just take and roll it on your ink pad like this. You might just do it again. What's happening is where it's catching, I'm rolling it back and forth. I didn't feel like getting up to go get a sponge dauber, you guys. I'll be honest, I was lazy. And so you might get some ink on your fingers, right? It's okay. Either way you do it, you're gonna get some ink on your fingers, but now you gotta be careful. You might just give the ribbon a second to dry, or you go for it, however you want. I'm going to put a little glue dot right here, and that's gonna help hold the ribbon right there. And I see now that I didn't put them in the right spot, so just let's put that right back there. Okay, so you're gonna have to use this. Now, if you don't want to color the linen thread, you don't have to, guys. It's just, it made it that color. You're gonna take this, and so Jennifer wrapped it around it. We're gonna cut this in half, and you're gonna wrap this. This is gonna be a little bit difficult to do again, and I'm okay. I'm gonna get some ink on my fingers. This is where it's gonna be helpful to have something to help weight this down. It doesn't necessarily have to hold that, but it's a little bit of weight helps. You're gonna wrap this around here, make a knot. Get it just right next to it. And then, seriously, you guys, if you don't want to color your ribbon, you don't have to. The linen thread's gonna be fine. I'm gonna make a little loop. And then what I'm gonna do is pull that through. And I've only got one bunny ear. And then you have 4 tails now. There. Okay, so I've got 2 loops at the top, and now I have 4 tails and very inky fingers. Okay. Then what you're gonna do is flip that over. That's why you guys get to watch me beforehand, so you see what kind of a mess you're gonna get yourself into. Your watercolor looks great. I agree, it takes a lot of time, so I tend to stay away from it. Yep. If you feel like you want to be an artist and be creative one afternoon, grab out the aqua painters. If you want to get something made and get done, don't pull out the aqua painters. All right, so then this is going to go right in the center here. And grab your scissors. You're going to trim these little tails. And then we're going to trim this guy over here. I did the front one shorter and the bottom one a little bit longer. Now you guys should have had enough to go around the entire thing, like what I have in this piece. But my mom asked if I should use up that scrap, and I said sure. So we pulled in gray granite shimmer with a linen thread. And then you guys have here a gem up there, a big one, and then I have a small one. And then we put a small one over here. And then you might have one left, because I'm seeing here, because this is, I got a kit, like I took out a kit that somebody else would have gotten for class. I kept one out for myself. And you have one left. So what you might do is Stella here, you just Stella this whole piece right here. and the edges here. Perfect. Okay, so that was your outside for that one. Let's just see where it makes sense to put one more embellishment. All right, so you guys, there's my embellishment. We got that card we finished. We did that one and this one. And I think I'm gonna put it over on this guy right there so that he's used up. All right, so my strip is gone and we got all 4 of our cards made now. My tear and tape is almost gone. Not quite, but almost. And I don't know, do you have a favorite? Do you like that we did the envelopes together? Or like decorated the envelopes to match? Well, that one's still my favorite, you guys. That one was just so easy. So we try not to do overdoing the watercoloring, right? We just didn't want it to be every card like these two. So that's where we pulled in the designer paper and mixed and matched them and pulled in. So the stamp set that we pulled in was called Sending Smiles, which has lots of awesome sentiments. It has those 2 die cuts for your labels that are one small and one's big, but we just used the 2 small ones. Pulling in the butterfly and the frame here from designer tags. Just soft and subtle. You guys apparently must have liked them. Enough of you would like them that I have 48 and I'm making 6 more. Okay, so yeah. So what is that? 48 including me, that's 54 people for this class. When it was never a class that was on my radar. It was not a figment of my imagination until Jen and I were like, well, let's make a class with it. That's how it goes, you guys. And so I do appreciate all the people that placed orders, or those on my team that placed an order or paid to take this class, you guys. I had 3 people that did workshops with me, that either they did the 300 themselves or they got with some friends and put an order together and they got it. So it was fun. It was, to me, this is work. To sit here and have to think about what I can all talk about while I do watercoloring or fuzzy cutting, you guys. We did good, though. We got them all made, so that's awesome. And Tigger behaved himself. He's still sleeping on the chair. Good boy. Cindy says the first one. Yes, me too. My favorite, this guy right here. Different things to do with the ribbon, too, you guys. Crisscrossing it with a bow, tying around the edge, and then tying around and putting if this reminds me of Casper the Ghost. It's sheets and then a little head on the top. So, and then doing triple on the ribbon. So just different techniques and ways to do things with these cards, and just having the envelope splash of color is awesome. So yay. Okay. Well, we made it through another class, you guys. And we're going to do a little door prize drawing for those people that placed orders to get the class for free. So let me pull back my binder here, and I feel like this is garbage now, so I can throw that away. You guys even had some scraps left over. I had to pull this card out. I wonder if you'll hear that. You even have some scraps left over to make some more pretty things. Let me do here, you guys. I'm going to pull out my pencil and tell you who's got what. So, you know what, though? I'm going to see once if I take a second here. I didn't see anybody that called out during the live about their order for the class. So I think I can just scroll through here, and I want to make sure I want to see who it was. I think it might have been Barbara Rudolph. Nope, it wasn't Barbara Rudolph. Okay, so not Barbara Rudolph. And Cindy. Was it Cindy Runtree? Nope, she was Fancy Floral in April. Nope, Cindy, I thought it might have been you, but it was a different class. All right. Okay, I'm not seeing it very fast. So if I miss you, here it is. Sharon, nope, for the Dainty Delight bundle. I would like, it is Sharon Davis. Okay, Sharon, I think you were watching today. You said you would like the Scenic Garden class with your order. So Sharon, I think it was you that I'm thinking of. So, okay, I think we can add you then. So let's get your name added here so that we get you included for the drawing. Okay, and then, all right, Sharon, we got you on here. I will log your order later. But, okay, so we're going to do names, or numbers. So Suzanne, you're 1. Mary is 2. Karen Stagg, you are 3. Carla is 4. Shirley's 5. Nicole is 6. Elaine, you're number 7. Laura's 8. Beverly is 9. Bonnie is 10. Latokia is 11. Frances, you are 12. And Joyce is 13. Jill is 14. Joanne McDonald, you're 14. Stacy, 15. Joyce is 16. Okay, and then Pat Thomas, you're 17. Feline is 18. Millie, you're 19. Becky Gandolfo, you are 20. Penny Powell, you're 21. Sharon Rush, you're 22. Susan Ray Hendricks, you're 23. Sharon Land, you are 24. Carolyn Ketchmark, 25. Tammy Steckling, you're 26. Dawn Linke, you're 27. Debbie Gass, you're 28. Sharon Peralez is 29. Christina Heiser is 30. Karen Woods, you're 31. Sharon Davis, you're 32. Wow, that was a lot of people because it was primarily an order-based class only. Oh, Sue Spiegner, you're the other one. All right, I just saw it right here. So Sue Spiegner, you are going to be number 33. You just placed an order over, I think it was over the weekend. So Sue, I caught you here. We'll add you to this as well. Sue Spiegner, placed an order. You are 33. So that's why I thought there were 2 people, and there were. So that means I'm pretty sure there might be 1 for sure, potentially 2 left. Oh, you guys, I got to show you something too. Debbie Gass, I don't know if you're watching, but Debbie Gass made her first card, you guys. Her very first card. And it was she did the Let's Just Stamp card class with me that was supposed to use Beauty of the Earth, right? But you guys know that you can use whatever stamps you want when you make cards with me. And so it's going to her great nephew who was born on March 3rd. And he's in the hospital, but things are trending positively. So that's awesome, Debbie. But I wanted to share Debbie's card, you guys. She used the rhinoceros set. So let me flip this down, you guys. She made it into a baby card. And this is where she said you're built for tough early on. That's what she recommended for the cloud stamp. And so she got her first card made, and it turned out great, Debbie. Good job. Very, very, very nice. So I wanted to let you know I just saw that today. So, all right. So we're going to flip this back. All right, you guys. So Debbie Guess is here. Did you do 14 twice? No, I didn't. I did. Ha ha. I sure did. Good catch. So Joanne McDonald is not going to be 14. She's going to be 34. So good catch. All right. So Jill Betzine was 14. Joanne McDonald's 34. And Stacy Burns is 15. And then we continue on like we did. So good catch, Debbie Gass, you guys. I was looking up, I think, in the interim. All right, and then let's see here. Let's see. You know what? To add to it, Gail Kane is going to be number 35 because she had a big workshop that she had a big part of that order. And then I had Shirley Vanderblumen. Vanderblumen is going to be 36, and Lori Kaiser is 37. They both had nice orders for part of it. So Hildy said nice first card. So yay. So perfect. So you guys, we ended up with 37 people then that we're going to do for the random number generator. All right, so we're going to pull this up. I'm going to flip the camera down here in a hot second. And you guys can see I'm going to put in 37 and I'll hit the word generate. And I got lots of stuff up here. So let me tell you here, I've got 37 and I hit the word generate. It's number 35. 35 was 36. You guys, what did I do? 35 went to Gail Kane. Awesome. So Gail Kane, you are the lucky winner of a door prize. So exciting. I will save something aside for you. Thank you for your workshop, by the way. I truly appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who placed orders to get this class for free or did workshops or placed or paid for it. If you're on my team, you had that option to pay for it as well. I truly appreciate you. Yeah, very, very good. So we made it through class, you guys. So we have mystery card night tonight at 6 o'clock Central. in case you're new to me, you might want to stay tuned at 6 o'clock for another class. It'll be on my YouTube channel. We're going to make an adorable, awesome fun fold. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have a moment to pull names for future cards. I've got a little box over here of past class cards, and I'll get to that when I can. But I am excited to announce that I did mail out whatever cards we did, whatever ones I announced last week. I got those cards out in the mail. I think they were from the Cala Blanche party. So those went out in the mail last week. Whoop, whoop. So, all right, you guys. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Give me a call or text me or email me. I'll get to it. I promise. I know I will. I'm going to sit and work at my emails for a bit here now and also finish cutting paper and get lunch. Yeah. So, all right, you guys, I hope you had a great class with me. I hope that I inspired you to make something very pretty or crafty when you have a chance. Oh, Debbie, you put Holly and it's Hildy. No worries. She doesn't have a problem with that at all. So I know that when we start typing in the comments here, it's hard to because there's auto check. But I think that you can, hi Vicky Eakins watching from Arizona. I think that you guys can hard press on a comment and always either delete it or edit it, I think. I'm not so certain, but I think you can. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. It was great stamping with you on this Monday afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you later at 6 for Mystery Card Night. I'm going to count to 10, you guys, and then I'll end it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're just catching it now, don't forget to go back and watch the replay from the beginning. 6, 7, 8, 9,